everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be documenting and showing off some of my Sarracenia seedlings that I have been growing over the last 3 years. So there'll be ones that I originally first ever grew, which are the Leucophila cross Morio seedlings. They have been documented in a few of their own videos when I was doing experimentations on them for a university project. So they are quite special. They were also the first Sarracenia I ever grew from seed, and then each year I usually purchase or even sow my own crosses and get new hybrids each year, which I will be showing kind of the progress of seeds that I have collected and are in like their own main tray. So this year of my own crosses I have got 30, which I did of my own, and the seeds won't be ready for at least another month now, but that's obviously something that I'm going to have to tackle, and there's going to be a lot of seeds, so I'm going to need some more room for that. So until that happens I'm going to have to start finding something to do with them. But I'm quite excited for my own crosses that I've got this year, and obviously years down the line hopefully there'll be something really nice that I can pick out as an own individual plant. It's just kind of what I'll be showing today, so I'll flip the camera around and show you everything I've got to document. Okay, so this is my main seedling tray. So as you can see, there is a lot of seedlings here. I'm first of all going to start off with the reason that I did this video is I've been spending a lot of time today documenting and going through every single one of these seedlings individually and taking pictures of all the new traits that are starting to come through. So they are almost 3 years old now, and not all of them obviously have grown, and obviously traits will come a lot later. So they're starting to get like their autumn kind of pictures, as Leucophilas do. But it will still probably be until next year when they even produce different pictures. But you can kind of see difference in traits, and I thought it'd just be a really nice video to show off as well these seedlings and how well they're doing. So you can already see like a variant of colours, shades, and heights as well. So obviously we've got some really tall ones and some quite small underdeveloped ones. So ones that kind of captured my attention are ones that are really light. So you've got some really nice light ones with some darker veining, and they're all kind of traditional Leucophila shapes. So they're all Leucophilas, and the Morio part of it is a Leah Wilkerson. So they're kind of all the Leucophila shape at the moment, but some of them got some really nice hoods. So got some nice shapes. I'm trying to spot some ones that I caught my eye earlier. Also you've got some nice darker ones here. So many, you've got to look through them. So some of them which are quite, this one's got a nice trait, is obviously it's got more of a pointed picture, and the hood is more backwards compared to the others. So as you can see, some of them have like a more curved over hood which is lower to the picture, rather than obviously a higher hood, which obviously some of them have just the traditional kind of shape there. Another white one, this is one I'm definitely debating keeping because it's got some really nice coloration and some nice veining, and this trait has remained on most of the pictures that it started to produce later in the autumn, so you can kind of see the nice light coloration on the pictures that it's creating. I've got ones like this, unfortunately this is a bit damaged, but has got a really nice wider lip to it, which all the others so far are quite narrow. So that's another one I'm debating. Obviously next year once they come up again, if they're changing, then obviously they won't be kept, but these are ones with potential at the moment. So you can start to see they've got splotches coming in their throats, so that one of the parents, the Leucophila side, did obviously have a nice pink tinge in the back of his throat, which the seedlings have only just started to produce. So some of them are quite visible, and some of them obviously will come later once they come back up after their winter dormancy. I think this one as well has got a nice like pink tinge as well that's going around the lip, and you can start to see forming inside. Some of them are more spotty, so you've got ones that got to the individual Leucophila spots, and other ones which kind of just blend in all together. But overall they're just really nice plants. Obviously I have a nice sentimental attachment to all of them, due to them. I've basically done all my kind of studies and all that all around these plants, and obviously like I said, they were the first Sarracenia I grew from seed, so they have got like sentimental attachment, and as a display, especially this time of year, they do look really really nice. So it'll be something that I hopefully will keep updating you on. Obviously they appear in greenhouse videos, and I've now moved them up to my top shelf so they're more visible, and hopefully I'll be able to show off some really nice parentage along the line of these as well. So in addition to this, I do have one other one to show you. So most of the other seedlings that I've got dotted about the greenhouse are more Leucophila cross Morii seedlings, but I thought this one's worth a show. So this is the one seed that I sowed, didn't stratify, and kind of just shoved it in a pot to see if it would come up. So this was the first one that obviously did come up, while the others were going through stratification, and it's always been in its own pot, so the rhizome is larger, and as a result the plant is a lot taller. So you can see, compared to these seedlings, it is a lot taller. So it's just looking more or less like a traditional Leucophila at the moment, but the traps are really nice and sturdy. It's actually a lot taller than some of the other specimens that I've just got in the greenhouse, so all these ones at the front are quite small. So this one's got some really nice size for a 3-year-old seedling, but I think this one's always going to be quite special due to obviously just always being around the longest. So definitely a keeper, even if it does continue to just be this traditional Leucophila, even though it has got a really nice white coloration to the trap. So some of them are quite darker and pinker. This one's quite defined, so it's got like a really nice darker veining with a really nice like whitey green coloration. So hopefully that will be something amazing, and obviously eventually these can be their own parentage in their own crosses once they flower, which might also be nice for them to produce seeds of their own. So the next lot of seedlings I'm going to show you are my Black Widow cross SHY141 seedlings. So both parents are very dark, so hence why I brought the seedlings, to hopefully create some really dark crosses. So you can start to see that the seedlings have started to also produce their own kind of traits. These ones are 2 years old. So you can kind of see the Black Widow in this one here, and obviously some rubicorpora colours due to obviously the parentage of the plants. So it's quite nice. It's actually going darker. It's quite hard to show on camera, but when this first opened it was a very lighter seedling, like a light red, and now it's slowly going darker and darker. So I'm hoping that these seedlings will have a dark coloration, almost black. Obviously some of them are more red than others, but obviously they've got younger traps on them. Some of them look more like certain parents, so I don't know if you can try and see through it. It's quite hard to focus on such small things. It's like a smooth red colour, or some ones with some less yellow on them, but again they're quite small, so hopefully next year they'll have better size to them. But you can kind of see like the elata parentage in them as well, with the hoods and the veining, which are just really nice overall seedlings. One that I did notice, and I only noticed this today for some reason, is this one in particular. So this pot of plant is a pubescent form. Well, that didn't focus very well at all, did it? I'll put it back in the tray and maybe we'll get some focus. There we go. So this is a pubescent form, which means it's fuzzy. So none of the other seedlings are fuzzy. So I've got a couple of Leucophilas and a elata, which are the pubescent form, but none of the others have got that. They're just the smooth traditional Leucophilas. So it's quite special to have one pubescent form. Hopefully it'll be really dark, and that's something you don't usually obviously see that often. I know there is obviously some elatas that are super dark, which are a pubescent fluffy form, but it'll be nice for my own seedlings, which obviously I've got here, to have that same trait on them. And finally I have got some seedlings which I did this year. So these ones that I brought over winter, just gone, and have sown, so they've all come up quite nicely. Also there's some flytrap seeds there as well, which I got in one of my plant swaps. So I will just go through and show you. So I got Leah Wilkinson cross Inspiration. I've got a fair few of those. Obviously none of these are going to be showing any traits or colour yet, but it's nice to know that I've got a fair few seedlings. Arthur Wheeler cross Asbo. I think that'll be the exciting cross, because the Asbo is a really nice, huge, obviously tubed picture, and obviously the colour as well, same with the Arthur Wheeler. So I'm hoping for something like a bronzy kind of coloration with a really wide tube. One of my own crosses from last year, Flava Capri cross Linda Butt. So I'm not expecting my last year crosses to necessarily be wow, but I did get a fair few of them, and this is just some of the seeds. So I got quite a lot of seeds last year from my own crosses. Another one of my own, which probably will just a little bit look like the seedlings that I've just shown you. So this is another Leucophila cross Morii, which is the Linda Butt. So these should look more like Leucophilas, I'm guessing, will just be rather plain, but I could be surprised. They might have a fair few traits to them. And then probably the one I was most excited about, which is a Leviathan cross Monster. Unfortunately, I did only get 2 seedlings come up from. However, you know, if those 2 seedlings are really good, then that's great. So if I could keep these 2 alive, then that's amazing in my books, because obviously that's just 2 seedlings, hopefully won't take up enough room, and yeah, they will hopefully grow into something really nice and being really tall as well, so both tall parents. So I'm very excited, and I'm glad I've got so many seedlings. Obviously this will then be updated into my other crosses once I sow them, and hopefully I'll start creating some really nice Sarracenia hybrids. So that was an overview of my main tray of seedlings, so I thought it would be a really nice video just to do, because it makes me excited to look back on the seedlings, especially finding the time to actually comb through and look at the progress that they've made. But I don't really get time to actually look through all individual plants anymore, but it was really nice to just have a look through, and I thought while I was looking through it's worth doing a video just to document that, so it's something I could look back on as well, and I'm hoping everybody enjoyed it. So before I end this video, I just want to say thank you to those people who have already asked me questions that they wanted to be included in the Q&A video that I'd thought about doing. So I will be doing the video, so if anybody has any more questions they would like to ask me, either about my growing style, about me personally, or anything about the greenhouse and growing tips, anything like that, then please put your comments or questions below. And also you can feel free to message me on Instagram at Carnivorous Plant Girl if you would prefer. So all questions will be featured in the next video. Obviously I'll pick out the best ones. If I have loads of questions it might span into one long video. I'll see what response rate is like really, but hopefully that'll make a nice video for people who like to ask questions and would like to find out a little bit more. So thank you all for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this video.